Alrighty ho, neighbor. We are back. One more match today for CTM Mega Dasters. Well, not today because we do have more later, but one more match. Another match. Is that a way to say it? All right, we are going to do another match right here for Mega Dasters. Check out the bracket. I'm going to put the bracket command in the chat. Some links will come up and you can check out the full bracket. This is going to be a round 2 match in the blue bracket. It's going to be Morkos versus Saltedsofa. This one should be a banger. Really looking forward to this one. And then after this match, the next thing that we're going to do is 2 hours from now. That's going to be Masters Yellow. Crab Rangoon versus Paco is Taco. Winner versus Tristop. And then we'll have one more Mega Dasters tonight at 8 p.m. Texas time. But right now, Morkos versus Saltedsofa. Not going to go through the whole rigmarole, but I do want to remind you players that you should turn on your hertz and input display. Make sure you're prepared to reroll seeds in between each game. Level 18 starts. Best of 5. Make sure to heed the spirit of DAS. It's a DAS tournament. You guys know that. You know how it works. The winner gets absolutely something. What is that? Well, it's a share in a prize pool, which stands right now at $2,345.68. Thanks to everybody who has contributed so far. We'll have the full incentives and all that stuff once we hit the top 32. Use the Matcherino command in chat if you're watching live on Twitch or on YouTube to bring up the links. I will do this one for you. And you can see them coming up right now. The one that says Mega Dasters, that's the one. Click on that. It'll take you to the landing page for this tournament with our prize pool partner, Matcherino. Once you're logged in, use that contribute button and contribute any amount. $1 to 5, 500, 5,000, 5 billion. 5 quadrillion, 5 dodecillion. And yeah, thanks again to everybody who's contributed to the prize pool. We are 100% funded by you, the fans. If you're watching after the fact, you can go to go.ctm.gg/DasPrize. Das Prize. That's how to support the players, to support the channel. Yeah, these people are doing it. You can do that too. Patreon.com/monthly Tetris. Make an ongoing pledge of support. Just like Scott Gray, Jane the Window, K9 Tacky, Corporal Shelby, Troy Dan, Kim Emerald, Potato Cat Kid, Java T, Jason, Sonny Jr. have done, and everybody else, and a few more on this slide as well. A lot of different ways to support the channel. Here's some more ways to support the channel. I'll bring up that thing in chat. If you don't like Patreon, you can make an ongoing pledge over at PayPal as well using the link in the support commands. And if you're watching on YouTube, remember Super Chats are a thing. If you do a Super Chat, it's almost guaranteed that I'll read your comment out loud, unless it's annoying or inappropriate. But other than that, I'll probably read it. Super stickers, super thanks, all that exists as well. Channel memberships, gift channel memberships. Over on Bits, you got what do you got? What do you got? You got bits, you got subs, gift subs. Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime gaming subs. That's a whole thing that exists. All right. I'm going to go ahead and set up our game real quick. You'd think I would have done this before, but apparently I didn't. What, 32 and 33? All right, so 32. Where's 32? Oh, shoot. Can I not bring up 32 on this side? 32. Oh, I forgot about that. And 32. And 32. Refresh it. All right. No, it's not 32. It's oh shoot, I totally messed this up. I think the mold actually is getting to me. So it should be 28 is this one, right? 20. Oh, for goodness sake. Yeah, pardon me, guys. This is kind of annoying. All right, there's 32. That is good to remember, though. Goodbye 32, goodbye 32. Yeah, it's 28. And 29. Wait, what? Where did I put, Wait, what is going on? Oh, I see. I figured it out. I got it. I figured it out. Got it. All right, so we'll get all these cameras ready and refresh our players and all that. And we'll be cooking. Metallica. All right, Merker is offline. Is there somewhere else I need to go? No, he's always been on that, right? He's always been on that. All right, is there a Merker in the building? Well, not in chat. It is right. It's Friday at 4 p.m. It's midnight in Finland. I don't know. I don't schedule these. The penalty parrot? Oh no. He's playing versus the void, yes. The penalty parrot. Well, I can fill in. You want me to fill in? Yeah, he's not in. I pinged him on Discord. Not in chat. Not. He's inactive on the Discord or away. All right, Sofa, I'm playing you. We're just gonna. I'm gonna. Should I play you? I don't have a way to play you. I'm filling in. Oh, you want to play? Do you want to play? Oh my goodness gracious! I don't know if I should. All right, let's see. I'm playing. Well, yeah, this is the new thing in CTM. If you don't show up, I play on your behalf. And you don't want that. How do I add my game? I think it's from here. I have to get on Stencil? Oh, crap. I mean, low-key, that would be like highly motivating. All right, let me get on Stencil. All right, we're getting on Stencil. Ready? All right, here's how to do Stencil. All right, crop it. Here's how to get on Stencil, okay? Crop it down to this line, the block that's right above there, and show just a little bit of the highlight, right? You see a little bit. And then 2 rows down, show just a little bit of the highlight, okay? That's where you crop it. And you crop all the way to the edge. You see some of the highlight. Put it in the top corner. Put it down here. Oh. Put it below the stencil here. Then just smush it over. And that's close enough. That's very close. Like, it took me 3 seconds, guys, to get the stencil ready. Come on. 3 seconds. All right. Merker, it's you and me. I mean, Saltedsofa, it's you and me. We'll play one game, and then if Merker's not here, we're going to end the stream. Okay? That's reasonable. All right. All right, here it is. Me versus Sofa. All right, the pieces. Oh, I got to put on my Hertz and input display. Hertz display, input display, Tetris. And, oh, I got to put in the seed. All right, the seed is 8-6. I haven't played, I mean, I haven't warmed up, so this should be good. All right. This is the matchup of your dreams? Oh my goodness. Okay, let me clear this. Oh, whoops. I don't have to clear it. All right. Let's go. Well, whenever you're ready, I am ready. Am I ready? I'm ready. Seed check. All right, good. All right, go as soon as you see it in chat, okay? 3, 2, 1, Tetris. All right, this is it. I'm playing for Merker. No, it's not a real max out. It's transition trainer max out. I mean, I think that is a fine rule. Like, if I had to play, if like you don't show up, then I play and then it counts, right? People would definitely show up, and there's like no reschedules. That's all it is. Be perfect. All right, I can't commentate my opponent, but Vandweller is at 30,000. I get major tunnel vision when I play. I haven't played 18 in a while. Oh God. I get super yips when I play on stream. So let's bring this down. Where is marker? I don't know where marker is. Oh, quick one. Quick. There it is. Dirty, of course. Yes. All right. So I am at 158. I don't know where Salted is at. And I'm not good enough to actually look over. And I overshifted because it's what I do. We're just going to play safe and bring this down. Oh, crap. Ay, 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 ay. Come on. Oh my god. Oy, 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 oy. Dude. This is bad. All right. We're surviving a little bit. All right. Somehow we survived that. All right. We're just chopping it down. Just chop, chop, chop-a-roo. Oh, whoops. There we go. Tetris for Vandy. 228 through 80 lines. Tim says I'm winning. That cannot possibly be true. Trying to debate me here. Oh, whoops. Oh, shoot. Was that sod, guys? All right, there it is. In 308. Nice, nice. All right, 335-year-old pal. Unknown amount for my opponent. $358. Yes, nice. Nice. All right, 403. There's a skim. We're not messing around. All right. Bar me. There's the bar. All right, 432 into 19. Yikes. All right, there we go. Bringing it down. 455. Nice. Very nice. Holy moly. Oh, nice. Ah. Ay, ay, ay. What a mess. All right, maybe we can eke a few more Tetrises out. There's one. Yikes. Uh-oh. I'm toast. One more? One more? Oh, no, no, no! Damn. Oh, Merker's here. Merker, you lost. This was binding. Do I know how to quick tap? No, not on purpose. Oh, is it because it was midnight? It's because it was midnight. That's why. That's because it was midnight. We got midnighted. Right? Merker, is it midnight in Finland? Anyway, good game. 8-17. It's midnight, that's why. All right, well, that's it. Merker, you're out. Saltedsofa is through. All right, anyway. All right, it's a good way to kill time. We'll go ahead and get Merker in there now, proper Tetris player. But thanks, Saltedsofa. Appreciate that. That was fun. All right, get rid of that. Get rid of this. Bring in the real one. This is a known phenomenon in the Tetris scheduling world, where you gotta you schedule someone, and you schedule it for your time, but it shows in the time UTC local time translator as midnight, and people think midnight is the end of the day, but it's actually like the beginning of the day. So people mess that up all the time, and they think it's like 24 hours later or earlier than it really is. Happens all the time. And I have now converted the word midnight into a verb for when this happens. It's like, we got midnighted. Schedule at 1 minute past the hour. Well, the problem is you'd have to schedule every match at 1 minute past the hour, and I proposed that, but it didn't fly. You'd have to, because everybody's somewhere. So there's 24 time zones. So it could potentially happen on any match, right? But you don't know. Like, if you don't think about where someone's from and that it's midnight for one of them, if that doesn't occur to you, then yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna get this going here. Merker, did you need a moment to warm up, or have you been warming up? Please tell me you've been warming up. That would be ideal. You played today. Okay. All right, let me just fix the cam and we'll get started. Let me drop the pieces in the chat. There should just be one universal time. But that's okay. There is. It's called UTC. Everything should just go on UTC. But the problem is there's still that midnight problem. All right. Okay, it looks like single time zone. Yeah, there have been attempts to do that, but we don't want the globalists to take our time. All right, CD1ADA. The globalists. All right, CD1ADA. As soon as you get it ready from Merker, we can go ahead and start. Okay, just need it ready. Just need it ready. Just need it ready. That's all we need. That's all we need. It's ready. Let's go ahead and count them down. Game number 1, Mega Dasters in this round 2 match between Saltedsofa and Merker. The winner goes to the round of 32 in 3, 2, 1 Tetris. And I will fix the the stencil as well. That is going to be fixed. Oh my word. Reset the transform and we're fine. Good. All right. We're good. We're doing it. We're playing Tetris. No crisis. We made it happen. Anyway, on the left side of your screen, it is Saltedsofa. Although, why when I put in Saltedsofa in Liquipedia does that not come up anymore? Like, you don't have a page? How does Saltedsofa not have a page? What the heck? On the left side of your screen, Saltedsofa, seed number 29, qualified in with a 985,000 average of his best 3 games played in a 75-minute qualifier. Saltedsofa is a known Canadian and known to consort with Canadians. Has a DAS PB of 1.27 million. That's right, a known Canadian. That's right. And Saltedsofa, you've seen him a bunch in our DAS Masters events. He's ranked number 16 in the most recent Premier poll. The Premier poll that's for DAS. You can find that over at premierpoll.com. Saltedsofa is a former Hopeful Circuit winner. That was back in September of 2024. And you've also seen Saltedsofa at CTWC. this year lost to Dan V. Oh my goodness, that's an exclusive club that you don't want to be a part of. Also played in the online years of CTWC in 2020. And in round one, actually beat Tetris Time, who would go on to be a top 8 in a CTWC eventually as well. So 2020 gold bracket, 2025 gold bracket. Does anyone know if Salted is going to the Jonas Cup? I don't know. You've also seen Saltedsofa, and I have seen Saltedsofa at CTWC Montreal, the Canadian regional, back in 24. That was a good event. Shared some cheesecake with Saltedsofa. And has played in Dasters a bunch of times. 5 times for Saltedsofa. Has finished as high as the top 8, which he did in his first ever appearance back in the debut of Dasters. So looking to make a run here and get back to that. On the right side, it's Morkos, seed number 28 from Finland. Qualled in with a 944K. Morkos with a 1.25 million DAS PB. Ranked 11th in the most recent Premier poll. Morkos is the winner of CTEC Finland in 22. Also won a PAL tournament in Finland in 2021. Played in the CTEC proper events in 20 and 21. Those were online. And has played in, 3, 4, 5, 6 DAS Masters events previously, and has finished in the semifinals twice. That was in January and June of this year. So looking to make it back, go on a run. Both these players, 422 for Sofa, 463 for Morkos. And just a few lines away from level 19, where that speed is going to increase by 50%. Right now on 18, pieces are falling one row every 3 frames, and soon they'll be falling 1 row every 2 frames. 554 for Morkos, 497 for Saltedsofa. And level 19 speed will essentially be the last playable speed for these DAS tournaments. It's was known as the kill screen. Of course, since it was breached by hyper tappers and rollers, it has lost that name. But here in DAS, in DAS competition, it is still the de facto kill screen. 605 for Morkos, 547 for Saltedsofa. So the value of Tetrises will now go up 1,200 points every level change, every time the colors change. On level 20, they are worth 25,200, and it'll go up 1,200 each time from there. 688 for Morkos, 627 for Saltedsofa, 230 lines. That is when level 29 is going to hit and put an end to these players' games. This is a best of 5, and players are playing DAS, the press and hold play style, not the tippity-tappy, skibbity Tetris style that the kids play nowadays, but the old school press and hold play style. 662 for Saltedsofa, 747 for Morkos. That's right. Imagine a painting of a bus framed. What's up, Huckax and JDH? Lysark Wallbant will be playing the winner of this one. Not today, but eventually. And Wallbant is sitting there in the round of 32. $844 for Merker, $785 for Saltedsofa. All right, Tetris Merker 913 on 26. Saltedsofa still on 25 at 824. 90,000 point lead for Merker. He's ahead by 6 lines. That line difference does not account for the score difference. It's a true lead here for Merker. Tetris for Saltedsofa 856. Tetris for Sofa 893. Max out for Merker. The Merc out. Merker waiting on the bar. And this might be a top out for Merker, and it is. A17 is the top out. The chase down target for Saltedsofa, A18. So really 2 Tetrises would do it. He's got to survive this though, and of course we know Merker topped out. So there's a Tetris. And if Saltedsofa, yes, he's built for another one. And a Tetris for Saltedsofa. He's going to chase it down into 29 and take game number 1. Merker was ahead the entire time. And Saltedsofa just hung around and clutched out 2 Tetrises on 28 and takes game number 1. Oh, there is a game. GG's players. And double max out. Yes, double max out. Oh my God, double max out. Be back in a minute, no problem. All right, I guess I have to play Merker now. Merker, all right, I'm going to play you. Okay, I'm not. Remember, y'all, that you can contribute to the prize pool. Our prize pool is funded 100% by you, the fans. So if you want to contribute, use the Matcherino command while you're watching live. That'll bring up the link. So when it says Mega Dasters, that's the right one. Click on that. Log in with your YouTube or Twitch account. And get over there. Any amount, $1 to $1 billion is good. What's going on, Bacon? We were discussing who has the most delicious Tetris name, and Bacon has got to be on the list. Now, here's a question: when you guys make bacon, all right, it's done. Do you season it? Do you put additional salt on the bacon? Because I do. It needs it. You know, make the bacon, right? Put it all in a paper towel. Put salt on it and toss it in that salt. And guys, it is so much better. The saltier, the better. Are you in the running for the name? I mean, it's not a name contest, but yeah, you are. I think, well, your match, Crab Rangoon versus Paco, is what started the whole stupid conversation. Does your name count? What, the watermelon part or the cowboy? Yeah, I mean, put additional salt on it. I'm telling you guys. Don't worry about salt. You may as well add butter at that point too. Why not? Why not? Just try it. That extra salt really does it. I don't want to talk about food anymore, though. Because this is a fasting day. You know, guys, that I'm doing basically an alternate day fasting routine. You had to help your mom with the groceries? That's very sweet. Thank you, Salt. You're a good boy. Salt on watermelon? Yeah, of course. Okay, the pieces are 613883. You know, honestly, that's pretty close to like the phone number that I had when I was a teenager, like in my house. In the second house that I ever lived in, that's like all those numbers are in there in kind of that order. Feta and watermelon? Yeah, of course, on a salad. Delicious. All right, looks like he's getting up to... All right, there we go. All right, 613883. As soon as both players are ready, we will start them. All right, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Back in the prehistoric landline days, landline is a trend right now. People are getting landlines installed. They're putting their kids on landlines. Of course, I think they're these VoIP systems and not the true like hardwire, hardline, whatever, but it's a good system. That system does not go offline when there's a power outage. Totally independent from the power system. It's a good system. If I could get a landline in this apartment, I would, like a hard line. But a lot of times they're not even wired for that. Well, I wonder if we are wired for that. All right, both players underway. Game number 2, Sofa versus Merker. And pretty exciting chase down right at the end for Sofa, who's really with, behind the entire game. And that is what Das is like. Merker ahead the entire time, tops out on 27, and that's like one little sequence. So Das is really a game of perfection because it's so hard to fix mistakes or survive mistakes. 145 for Saltedsofa, 163 for Merker. All right, Saltedsofa in a bit of a pickle here. That sounds delicious. Isn't Pickle Spears a Tetris player? All right, that's going to be a top out for Sofa. And Merker are going to tie this one up. So Saltedsofa early top out on 18. Crumbled. I blame your mom. You were locked in. The mom comes in, struggling with groceries. Leo says average DAS match. True. Yeah. So true. (260EC8). All right, both players on seed, both players ready. Game number 3. The winner of the next 2 games out of 3 will take this match and move on to the round of 32. Guys, don't tell anyone, but I saw Wallband secret video. Tetris for Merker, 45. Salted at 45. I saw it. It's pretty smart. If I had the extra money to spare, I'd go buy another Dogbone controller. $137 for Saltedsofa, $159 for Merker. The Dogbone meta has begun. Well, now what we need, here's what we need is Dogbone padless, right? That's what we need. $185 for Saltedsofa, $205 for Merker. One bar, Tetris, Merker, 228, 186, Saltedsofa. Maybe that's the ideal. Maybe it's like, you know, padless, Dogbone, aluminum shell. Are padless controllers allowed in CTM? Of course. Of course they are. Of course. Why wouldn't they be? The thing is shaped like an NES Tetris controller. There's no extra... There's no requirement in our tournament that you play with an unreliable controller. You must play with an unreliable controller. Like, that is the dumbest rule I've ever heard. Of course you can play with it. Of course. 304 for Saltedsofa, 343 for Merker. And there's no rule that says, oh, unless every single person on the planet has access to the controller, you can't use it. $391 for Merker, $373 for Saltedsofa. There's Tetris Merker, $416, $396 for Saltedsofa. That's right, Mr. Brain. I did see him just recently, actually. Like when was it? Last month? But don't spread that around because I'll get canceled. All right, 467, Saltedsofa, 507, Merker. All right, Tetris Merker, 531. All right, there's a Tetris Merker 606. Another one, 629. 3 more Tetrises available before 19. If he can get them, he's going to try. All right, there's a Tetris Merker 652. He's set up again. Oh, look at those 2 L pieces. There's another one, Merker 675. 638 transition for Sofa. He's going to have to take the burn into 19. The 700K dream. It's over, but 679, very healthy. Oh, no, that right side could be a real problem. Gets it over 703, and now he's going to chop this down. You know, if you like a band or a comedian or something where they go, there's like a live in-person performance, or I guess it could apply to a hobby or anything, and you love that thing and you like it, and then you go to the performance or to the live thing, and then you look around and you're like, oh, these are the same people that like the thing that I like. Oh, man. That's how I feel when I go to like comedy shows and concerts and stuff. 760 for Merker, 758 for Sofa. You thought I was going to say when I go to Tetris events? Oh, no, of course not. I love everybody. All right, 770 a piece. Merker's open, but spired with that the square in the middle. All right, he's bringing it down a couple of rows, but really could use a bar and gets it. And both players getting bars. Merker going to bring that stack down. Early shift. Saltedsofa trying to survive. That left side needs help. Going to quick tap. Oh, nice. And Saltedsofa going to survive. What survival for him. That was crazy. That cleaned up quick. Well, not done yet. Of course, you're never done. You know, trying to be safe on 19. So he gets that over. Opens up that right side. That was absolutely crazy survival from Saltedsofa. Probably one of the best digs that you will ever see. And both play, like neither player should really be alive right now. Both, that was absolutely bonkers. Someone's got to clip it and ship it to Lightspin Media. 902 Sofa, 929 Merker. And we are getting right toward the end. 16 lines to go for Saltedsofa. He needs some points here. Tetris for Sofa. Oh, these Z's and S's. He tried to make an adjustment with that square, and that is going to be a top out. Merker has the max out. Saltedsofa, though, with one of the best digs that you will ever see. And Merker with some survival as well, but that is absolutely bonkers. That was totally crazy. That was the dig of the tournament so far. GG's players, holy moly. Okay, the pieces are here. Watch Tig Notaro's routine on Conan of her impression of a person doing impressions. I've seen that and I did not like it. I did not like it, Mr. Brain. It started out okay and then I started cringing, but you know, people like different things. It's okay. B15211. Don't think I've ever watched a comedian set on a talk show besides Mitch Hedberg. Oh. Really? I kind of don't get. Oh, did you spoil the seed? Go ahead and increment C2. Oh, I thought you spoiled. Oh, did you spoil it? Oh, I thought you spoiled the seed. No? Did you? Someone confirm? Can I get anyone help? Can anyone help? Let's just go to C2 since I'm not sure. Just go to C2, Salted. That's okay. That's just what we do here, just to be 100% fair. I know it doesn't really matter. Oh, they saw the first two pieces, so what? But that's just what we do, just to be 100% above board. All right, both players are ready. Game number 4 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. In an hour, we have a Masters bracket. I needed more than an hour to prepare, but I guess I'll figure it out. I blame Zempro, really, when it comes right down to it. So this has been a really great match. That game 1 chase down, the game 3 survival. I don't want to talk about game 2 so much, but a heck of a match. Mr. Brain, I find your sense of humor hard to gauge. You find some stuff funny that I also like funny, but others to not be funny. And it's 50-50, completely random. Yeah, well, you know, people are similar and different, right? It's okay. I'll watch it again, Mr. Brain, and I promise I'll like it next time. All right, Merker with a little bit of a shift here. Or a misshift. Digging it down, burning it away. There's a nice square. Oh, Saltedsofa in another survival situation. Opens up the right. Oh, an immediate long bar gets it over. Okay. Watch the one where she pushes a stool. I can only imagine. I mean, Mr. Brain, I found the first part amusing, and then as it went on, I was like, all right, I just want this to be over. So, you know, it was amusing. Good premise. $178 for Sofa, $206 for Merker. Caramel salted sofa. I'm ready for the holidays, says Jungle Cook. Indeed. Mr. Brain, it's good that we don't like all exactly the same thing, because I don't need people getting too parasocial. Like, if we're like, oh my god, he likes everything I like. That would be bad, right? All right, Tetris for Sofa, 319, 325 for Merker. Yeah, you guys know how much I really love hockey, even though the rest of you guys don't. Of course, VSA. All right, Merker setting up long bar column 9. Saltedsofa gets a Tetris 367. All right, Merker. Oh, not going to get that Z-spin, so that's going to create some holes. And this may allow Saltedsofa to take a lead. We'll at least give him the opportunity to do that, unless Merker can kind of work out of this quickly. Oh, he's going dirty. And there's a Tetris Merker 424, so he's not really going to lose much ground. No, I don't really like hockey. Someone was joking on Twitch because we were talking about hockey the other day. You know, I grew up a very little kid rooting for the Bruins, you know, back in the Ray Bourque and Cam Neely days. But I'm like, you know, my fandom is like 98% Red Sox and, you know, and baseball oriented. I have a little bit of an interest in football, though I don't like watching it anymore. And I have almost no interest in basketball. All right, Merker trying to figure out what to do there. Missed an opportunity for a line spin just to bowl out the board. What the heck? And Sofa 557 into 19. Merker is trying to find a way to sort of set up for a dirty, but oh, he actually is set up for a dirty. So let's see if he can get it. And it's open. He gets it right after 19. So 531 here on 19 for Merker. So some work to do. Sofa now in the lead. Oh, no, that right side is going to be fatal for Merker. That's going to be a top out. Sofa has tied it up, and we're going to a decider. Because, of course, we are. But, yeah, so, you know, I used to watch the Patriots on Sundays and things like that. This is before the, you know, even the Tom Brady days when it was like Bledsoe or whatever. And, you know, then I got super interested in it during the Belichick and Brady era. But I don't know. I've grown to not like football that much. It just seems super like brutal and violent, and players getting hurt, and I just see them smacking their helmets against one another, and it just makes me feel not good for some reason. Like, it just doesn't sit well. But I still have this legacy kind of interest in it. So the only exposure to football that I have is I watch the, you know, 12 to 20 minute highlight summary condensed game that the NFL puts out on YouTube for every Patriots game, and that's what I watch. I don't read about it. I don't watch other games. I don't care about the draft. I just watch it, and that's all I do. 820E3E. Both players on seed. Both players ready. Game number 5 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Yeah, I mean, just the physicality of it. It just viscerally. Yeah, I know. Just bashing their heads together. You know, their heads falling on the ground, knocking around. It's just hard to. I don't enjoy it. I don't generally like also like all the pugilistic sports. You know, MMA and boxing and all that other stuff either. Same kind of reason. Like, I don't want to see the brutality, you know. I think the brain is the most important thing we have as human beings. So seeing people more or less deliberately destroying their brains, I don't like it. Tetris for Merker, 77. 50,000 for Saltedsofa. It all comes down to this one game. And Wallbant is waiting there in the bracket. That won't be today. Do you like short track speed skating, Vandy? Yeah, I don't know. Let me think. Racing sports, like short races, like sprints and things like that. It's fine. I'm not going to follow it. You know, if it's on during the Olympics, I'll watch it. If it's kind of splayed out, if it's just kind of put out in front of me and I'm just slobbing around the couch and watching whatever and it's on there, I'll go, oh, that's interesting. But I'm not going to like follow it. Dirty Tetris down the middle for Saltedsofa, 131, 153 for Merker. MMA is safer than boxing, though. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't know if that's true. Okay. I mean, obviously, these are very skillful sports. These aren't just people battering each other. But aesthetically, it feels like it, you know? Tetris for Merker, 236, 204 for Saltedsofa. Summer B says nothing is safer than just sitting at home watching classic Tetris. Listen, there's risk with everything, but... Oh, the double flip of the bar for Merker. That's going to slow him down. And this is allowing Saltedsofa to get out into lead. Merker still burning. Merker back out into the lead. Saltedsofa takes it back. All right, Merker at a potentially dicey situation, but Tetris fixes a lot. All right, Merker set up for a Tetris and gets it. That is a nice Tetris. 337 for him, but Saltedsofa is in the lead, 3 lines apart. Sofa 30,000 points ahead early on in game number 5. Yeah, and then hockey, you know. I just like it when they play hockey. Tetris for Merker, 408, 415 for Saltedsofa. Yeah, we were talking about this the other day, the hockey fights, and I just don't care for it. It's like, you know, during baseball used to, you know, have a lot of head hunting and plunking guys, you know, pitchers hitting batters on purpose, hunting for the head. Like, I never liked that stuff. I never thought it was cool or funny or interesting or added to the sport in any way. I just like it when people play the sport, like actually play the game, you know? That's the thing I like. But that seems to have gone away considerably. 502 for Saltedsofa, 510 for Merker. Tetris, Merker, 560. Sofa, 526. 10 lines back. Another Tetris Sofa, 551. Merker, clean. Sofa, not clean, but getting clean, and is now clean. So that happened very quickly. And there's a Tetris for Saltedsofa, 582, 590 for Merker. There's a Tetris. 8 lines ahead, Merker. Galizer said he'd like to see Olympic hacky sack. Tetris for Merker, 677. And there's a Tetrissofa, 670. Merker had 8 lines and 37,000 points. Oh, that left side for Merker, that bar, that's no bueno. He's going to have to bring this down and burn some lines to do it. If he chops this down, and Merker is now built up on the left well, a skim and a Tetris there. Not a skim really, but he got Tetris ready on that left side. Now trying to transfer that well by kind of going through the middle. And a Tetris down the middle, Merker, 815. 77,000 for Saltedsofa. We are going right to the end. And so Sofa setting up column 4 gets it. 842 is now in the lead. Tetris column 9 for Merker, 860. The players are close and they know it. They are trying to eke out every Tetris they possibly can. Saltedsofa forced into some burns there. 849 for Sofa, 895 for Merker. Merker ahead by 8 lines. There's a Tetris for Sofa. 10 lines to go for Merker. Saltedsofa still has 17 lines to work with. That square's not going to get all the way over. He'll have to work around that. Tetris for Sofa, 917. Merker gets a Tetris down on the right side, 968. Sofa at 920. This line difference is really kind of messing things up a little bit here. Sofa, 926. Max out for Merker. Tetris for Sofa, he is going to need to max. He needs an A10. So he needs a max out and a little more. He needs a few more points besides that. 998. Can he get anything out here on 29? And no, he cannot. They've both maxed. They've both gone into 29. And Merker is going to take it. Saltedsofa went all the way to 237 lines, was 6,000 points short. And what a match. Oh my word. Right till the very end. Great game between these two. And it will be Merker who will emerge and make it into the round of 32. It's just small things here and there was the difference. Saltedsofa was kind of outpacing Merker through a lot of that. Even though he was kind of behind in score, he was sort of ahead in pace. And wow, both players, double max outs, double 29s, just 6,000 points, making the difference in this entire match. So GG's to both players, Sofa and Merker. You did great. Sofa, hope to see you again in future events. I mean, that was wild. And Merker, you will be moving on. Well, I'll go ahead and report this to the thing. Merker, blue bracket. Wow. Hepta says that is the widest finished smile I have ever seen. And you would know. Wow. All right, guys. Well, thanks again for hanging out. I'm going to see you guys in about 40 minutes. Thanks to those of you who supported us during the stream. Gilded Lizard with the tier 1 sub. Appreciate that. We got a raid also from you. Thank you so much. Patrons, thanks for helping making this happen. Patreon.com/monthly Tetris. Scott Gray, Jay in the window. K9 Techie, Corporal Shelby, Troy Dan, Gamer, Rogue Potato, Cat, Java T, Jason, Sunny, Jr., and everybody else. Prize pool 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. So no contributions during this stream, but I'm sure you guys will be around and making contributions. So if you want to do it after the fact, go to go.ctm.gg/DASPrize, and thank you to everybody who's made a contribution thus far. Your meme number is still there, indeed. Someone's got to fix that. We need it to be like, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 2, 4, 6, 8, 0, 2, or someone's got to fix it, or just 2, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, right? All right, YouTube, have a great day. Jungle Cook, Solitaire, Tetris for Mario, Mr. Brain, Steels. All the stars are here. Take care, everybody. We'll see you in 40 minutes for a Masters bracket. That is going to be Crab Rangoon versus Paco is Taco. Winner takes on Tristat. See you guys later. 40 minutes. Bye. I'm getting raid fatigue, Twitch.